Hi, this is Jeff from Ozark Mountains in Missouri, USA. We're back over at the retro kitchen table turned retro computer table, so that can only mean one thing. That's right, it's time for another Ferengi Friday. Ferengi Friday is where we take a look at the recent acquisitions that have made their way into the shop. This is sort of a Christmas edition this time, so grab your eggnog and let's get started. Thanks to PCBWay for sponsoring this episode. Check out their Christmas sale with up to 50% off through the end of 2023. PCBWay not only offers great PCBs at great prices, they also offer advanced PCBs such as flex and aluminum substrates. They also have a whole range of services such as 3D printing, injection molding, machining, and sheet metal fabrication. Head on over to PCBWay now and check out everything they have to offer you. Okay, what's in this box? Well, it'll give us a clue here. This actually got shipped in an original Texas Instruments box. This is calculator TI-92 quantity 2, although there's only one in here. It's kind of interesting that it got shipped in the original TI box. And this was an eBay purchase. I've been watching these for a while. I wanted to find one that came with the manual and everything like that. Okay, that is the calculator itself. A nice case. Got the manuals and stuff here. In their own envelope. So, TI-92 guidebook, and this looks like new. TI-92 Explorations. It's a nice book. This one will be easy to scan because it's stapled. We can pull that apart and TI-92 Explorations, Geometric Explorations. Nice, teacher guide. And the view screen instructions. So there must be the same plug as on the Voyage 200 that you can, that's like a video out that you can plug into a special little LCD screen that sets on a overhead projector. Before they had simulators, that's what they did. This is belonged to C. Dubois. And how do we get this sucker apart? There we go. Ah, yes, nice. This indeed looks like it's had very little use. It's very clean. Oh my gosh, they left batteries in it. Now these have a reputation for the LCDs not being that great, and indeed it's not really that great. The contrast is pretty poor, and I don't think it is really adjustable. I don't see any adjustment on here, and I don't remember if there was a way to do it through the keypad. Okay, it works. Don't even remember how to, if I can get you closer. That is really hard to get a shot without. It does work. Nice. Now the one thing that didn't come with this is the interface cable, but I have one of those, which came with my Voyage 200 when I bought it new about 20 years ago. So The Voyage 200 is an updated of this guy. You can see it is noticeably smaller. It's thinner. This has a really good feel in the hand. It's got this nice rocking button up here. I always liked how these look. I mean, there's even a thumb indentation right there. And this one, they kind of did that. You've got this little indentation here. I don't have batteries in this guy. So this takes AAAs. I think this might take AA's. The screen is better on this, and they're kind of looking like they might be the same screen, so perhaps it's possible to take a Voyage 200 screen, or a TA92 Plus is supposed to have a better screen. But I'm still looking for one of those. Nice machine. I'll link below to a video I did where I wrote a C program for the Voyage that turns the I/O port there into an I2C, and I controlled some external I/O with it, which was kind of fun. Back in the day, I even wrote a basic editor program on the PC, so you could create basic programs and send them to the calculator over the link cable. That was a lot of fun. I did that right when Visual Basic.net was first released, so it was version 1, and there was not a serial class for Visual Basic, so I had to write a wrapper to use the System32 calls in Windows, which was a big pain in the butt, but I learned a lot. So I still have the manual for this Voyage 200 somewhere too, but I couldn't find it. And I, unfortunately though, pitched the box. So I kind of wonder if this was one, since it came in the original TI box at a school that was just never used that much. Maybe it was a spare. We'll go ahead and turn this guy off. And, unlock the back. Okay, I got it. You just got to kind of lift up on the bottom end after you slide it down. There is a memory backup battery in there. We've got 4 AA's that are mixed flavors, so I'll go ahead and pull those out. Now these had, I didn't bring a screwdriver. You can get a module to go in here. I think maybe they all came with a module, and all your programs, it was like the RAM and ROM could be stored on there. And they actually came out with a TI92 Plus module before they released the TI92 Plus, and those are kind of rare. So let me get a screwdriver and we'll go ahead and pull that out. Okay, here we go. No, there is no module in here, so I guess that was an add-on. The 92 Plus and the Voyage are both flash-based, so if you update things, you just upload it. It's curious, there's a screw hole there that seems to be empty too. And that's the one that had the screw in it that we took out. And there's the memory backup battery. And it says IEC something 98955. So I wonder if that's the ROM. When you plug in your module here and it overrides that ROM. That could be. Anyhow, that is the TI92. As everybody says, the screens are not that great. Probably worse than the original HP-48 screens, which were not that great. But I'm going to have some fun learning how to use this again, comparing it to the Voyage 200, which I've used a lot. The problem with the Voyage 200 is the little 3 AAA batteries it took just didn't last very long. This has some AA's, which are better, but perhaps not that great. Oh yeah, March 2033, Duraleaks. yeah, they will not last that long. I've had these corrode, still new in the package, you know, not that old. So never buy the Duracells anymore. I don't know what they did. Oh, and that's for the connector is for the video out, for that special projector type of thing. So anyhow, this was neat. I was very happy to be able to get it with all the documentation, and it was a pretty good price too. So it's a nice addition to the collection. Okay, a little bit of RTFM, and I found you can adjust the contrast. You press the diamond key over here and plus or minus. You can see you can make it way too dark and way too light to read. It's really bad on the trying to video it, and you can see it just it's almost unusable. So about right there for using it in person if you get the right angle, and it's okay, but it's really not a very good LCD. If you go darker than that, then it's a little nicer to read, but you start getting stripes across the screen. So yeah, not a great LCD. These two boxes are related to the TI-92 we just looked at. As you recall, the screens on those were not so great, and I was comparing that to my Voyage 200 screen, which is basically an update of the same computer, a little different form factor, much better LCD. And this guy developed a line on the LCD. I'm not sure if I caught that on video or not, but I'll pop in a picture here. It comes and goes. It's a vertical column, you know, vertical column. Yes, of course it's a column is vertical. And that makes it hard to get to the way this LCD is laid out. And I found some of the honest and for real tape they use to connect the LCDs like that, which is weaning its way from China right now. But I didn't want to experiment on my very own Voyage 200. So I scoured the internets and found some sacrificial candidates. And oh, this guy left batteries in there. That was nice of him. This one works, except it has the missing column issue too. If I can get it here where we can see it without the glare. Let's do contrast up. There we go. All right. So this is one to experiment with. That's working except for that, and in good shape. I had contacted him on eBay. I think I bought this one from eBay, and said, you know, the chances of fixing this screen are maybe 50%, which, you know, I'm being honest there. I don't know if I can do it or not. And I made him an offer, which he accepted. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the AA's out of here and throw them right on the floor, which is what you should always do after you take them out. And I'll leave the memory backup battery in there. Those don't tend to leak and cause problems. And as a bonus, it had the TI Connect cable, or the gray cable as these are known. Those go for, you know, 20-ish bucks by themselves. Picking up the batteries I dropped. Okay, and this is TI-92 Plus. So this is like the 92 we had before, except it's Plus. It's a little better. This is also in good shape with similar LCD failure. I don't think this doesn't feel like it has batteries in it. Oh, it does. Wow. These people are nice leaving batteries and stuff. And as we can see there, yep, vertical column problems, as we say in the Ozarks. This LCD has a ribbon cable that comes off this side. I think it's this side on these, or one side or the other. It doesn't really matter. And which is the horizontal connection. It's got one that comes off the top, which is the vertical connection. On these, it looks like it folds behind and connects to the back of the board, which isn't as bad. On the Voyage 200s, it folds under the LCD, which is really bad, which means you got to take away the horizontal connection and fold the LCD up to fix the vertical connection. Hence, I think on these TI-92 Pluses, we'll have a lot better chance of fixing them if the cable is, as I think, you know, pretty good chance of fixing these and not so much those. I've got another one of these on the way from Mexico, I think it was. Good price. The shipping wasn't too bad since we're neighbors. And so we'll have a video where we try to fix some of these LCDs and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully that'll work, and we'll have a way to fix up some more of our vintage calculators and pocket computers. Well, this certainly is an interesting lot of vintage computer stuff, especially this aluminum box. This I got from eBay quite a while ago. It's an HP-71B that is pretty beat up. It has no modules in the front. It has no modules there. It has nothing there. And the insides are eaten up by leaking batteries, of course. And somebody tried to fix it and made things worse. So the battery compartment has a few holes in it, and of course it gets in there and it destroys the zebra type connector that connects the two boards. It's got a board on the bottom and a board on the top, and that is a common failure. Now this box is also an HP-71B that is in good shape. So it's got these latches on each side that go like that. And it came with the charger. And this is a pill box. It's like a USB to HPIL interface. And this thing opens up, the top comes off. And you have this arrangement, which is kind of interesting. Now, somebody put a lot of time and effort into building this and did a pretty good job. I'm going to show you this number here upside down. It says OLG-B-0273. So since somebody bothered to put it in such a fancy case and protect it well, and put a serial number plate on it, I'm guessing some company built these for some reason. It has this roll of paper here, which has some plots and printouts. Plot of H of F dB. So I don't know what they're measuring. Got some extra thermal paper back here. Thermal printer. The printer works. This HP-71B works. Ta-da. It has a 32K RAM / EEPROM module. The EEPROM in there is the math module, the most boring module of all. It has 4 4K RAM modules up front and the HPIL interface there. And this one has not been corroded away. Works quite nicely. The only thing, it might have a little too much draw on the batteries, but I need to measure that because the batteries I've put in it, I wasn't really sure of how good they were, and they did run out quite quickly. So, yeah, we'll have to check that. And we'll clear that. And I think if we turn the printer on, battery's a little low, maybe we can I'll print. I cannot find the quotes. I've only used this a little bit. Oh, right there. Silly me. Above the two, where they should be. B-I-R-T. See if that'll print out for us. No, I don't know what that said there. Let's look. Excess characters. It didn't like that. Okay, so we'll have to demo it some other time. It does pretty much work. I'm happy with that. I would love to know more information about this. The printer feed is a little wonky, so I'm going to take that apart and look at it. So we'll do an episode on this where we get it working in tip-top shape. This guy is probably a parts machine unless I can rig up a new zebra strip in there, which is, you know, yay tall, so it's not a standard zebra strip. Okay, this box was sent to me by a fellow on the Facebook Sharp Pocket Computer group. He had this mint condition CE160 manual and said, does anybody want it? I said, yes, of course. It's nice having the manuals with everything. And he was nice enough to send that to me. Free of charge. And the furnace is kicking on. Okay, we shall persevere even with the furnace on. And he said, I included an extra in there. And look at that. This is the Sharp version of the battery cover on the PC-1500. And I happen to need one of these. I am shy one. So he had some good insight there, knew what I liked, and sent me that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That was a wonderful Christmas present. Just got this box in yesterday. It is from PCBWay. I knew they were sending me something, some swag. They let me know, but I didn't realize it was going to be a box that was this big. All sorts of Christmassy stuff in here. There is a card. Says, been 4 years since we first met. The collaboration and a Christmas treat. It's really nice. It's got like a little waxy tape seal to it. Flying bear. What is that? Does anybody have any ideas? Oh, it's a neck pillow. Yeah. It says PCBWay Prototype the Easy Way. I've used an inflatable version of that on flights before. That's really cushy. And a Christmas lanyard that says PCBWay. That's nifty. Another PCBWay lanyard. So when I go to the computer shows next year, I can have my choice of lanyards. And oh, this looks like a mouse pad. And I think that's got fuzzy stuff on it. This is hard to go. But that crinkling sounds awesome on the camera. That does seem like a mouse pad. And oh, that's like the self-stick coating so it doesn't scooch around. Oh, okay, and this is the same type of thing, keyboard wrist strainer leaf type of thing with the same type of coating on it. Again, in a PCBWay Christmas theme, quite creative. Oh gosh. What is this? This is a Christmas pillow. Merry Christmas 2024. PCBWay. And you can even take the cover off and wash it. Okay. That I will take up to the living room. That's quite festive. Probably the most festive thing I'll have up there. And, oh look. YouTube Hey Birt. PCBWay. Nifty. That's a little magnetic catch. I like it. And the Ocean Bay tumbler, 40 ounces. That's a lot of liquids. Oh my gosh. Look at the size of that thing. It's a Christmas thermos thing with a straw hole, it looks like. A little flippy up deal. And it comes with this big straw thing to put in it there. Wow, that's huge. They sure planned ahead to have... There we go, get all that back in there. To have all the Christmas stuff in time to ship. And some stickers. And, oh, ornaments. I got a few ornaments from them a couple of years ago. PCBWay, it's got a switch on it. Takes a couple batteries. It has a bunch of LEDs. And there is a Christmas tree one, which we need a knife for. Luckily I have a knife. Ah! And the furnace is turning back on. It's amazing how the furnace is turned back on within 30 seconds of me finishing up a segment. Merry Christmas, PCBWay. Batteries, and it's got LEDs on it. Oh, I think there's holes for the LEDs those are vias. Nifty. Okay, I'll get some batteries to put in these things and we'll have them lighten up during the outro. Well, that was fun. I'm glad you joined us for this Christmas edition of Ferengi Fridays. A lot of TI stuff to get fixed up and more, all in store for 2024. Thanks to everyone for your support. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And until next time, bye.